Love him or loathe him, one thing is certain: Donald J. Trump is a name that echoes across continents and generations. But beyond the towering headlines, the billionaire towers, and the fiery political persona lies a man wrapped in layers of mystery, contradiction, and complexity. In this video, we peel back the curtain to reveal the human side and the hidden side of Donald Trump. These are 5 things you don't know about Trump. Prepare to see him in a light that might surprise you, move you, or even change your perspective. Let's dive into the unseen truth. Number 1. His brother's tragedy shaped his life. Many don't know that Donald Trump's older brother, Fred Trump Jr., passed away at just 43 due to complications from alcoholism. It was a tragedy that left an indelible mark on Donald. Growing up, Fred Jr. was the golden child, charming, kind-hearted, and full of dream, but he struggled under the weight of family expectations, eventually turning to alcohol as an escape. Donald, watching his brother's descent, made a vow to himself he would never drink, smoke, or do drugs. This wasn't just a personal choice. It was a protective wall built from pain. Throughout his life, Trump often referred to his brother as a gentle soul, crushed by pressure, and it gave him a certain emotional armor. Behind the bluster and bravado, there is a younger brother who carries a silent grief, and that grief shaped his decisions, his discipline, and his intense drive to prove himself. Number 2. Trump was once a peace advocate. Before his image as a tough-talking nationalist took center stage, Trump once held surprisingly pacifist views. In the late 1980s, he took out full-page ads in major newspapers calling on the U.S. to stop bearing the burden of defending other nations. He questioned the country's military spending and foreign entanglements, urging for America to prioritize its own citizens. He wasn't yet a politician, just a concerned businessman with a loud voice. But there was sincerity in his message, a desire to shield young American lives from unnecessary wars. This side of Trump, less aggressive, more reflective, is rarely shown today. Yet it reveals a time when he believed diplomacy and self-preservation were the cornerstones of strength. It's a far cry from the fire and fury headline, and it raises the question: did power change him? Or did the world push him to change? Number 3. His childhood was strict and lonely. Growing up in Queens, New York, Donald was the 4th of 5 children in a wealthy but rigid household. His father, Fred Trump, was a strict disciplinarian. Success wasn't just expected, it was demanded. As a child, Donald had a fiery spirit that often clashed with the rule. By age 13, he was sent to the New York Military Academy, a decision made to straighten him out. Imagine being just a boy, away from home, forced into a world of uniforms, orders, and isolation. While it toughened him, it also hardened him. That experience carved a young boy into someone who learned early on that emotions were dangerous, vulnerability was weakness, and control was survival. This origin story of steel and solitude often gets lost in the headlines, but it is central to understanding the man behind the mask. Number 4. He has a deep obsession with legacy. For Trump, life has always been a chessboard, and legacy is the ultimate checkmate. From his golden towers to his signature branding, everything he builds is designed to last. It's not just about wealth or fame, it's about immortality. He once said, "What's the point of doing anything if you're not remembered?" This obsession stems from both admiration and fear. Admiration for those who built empires that outlived them, and fear that he, too, could fade into oblivion. Every building, every tweet, every speech, it's all part of crafting a story that echoes beyond his lifetime. Whether you admire it or find it egotistical, there's something deeply human about the desire to be remembered. In Trump's case, it fuels both his success and his controversies. Number 5. He's more insecure than you think. Powerful, loud, unshakable. That's the image Donald Trump projects to the world. But beneath the surface lies a man driven by deep insecurities. Former aides and insiders often describe him as someone who craves constant validation, who measures worth in headlines, crowd sizes, and applause. This isn't vanity. It's vulnerability. Decades of being scrutinized, criticized, and caricatured have built walls around a man who perhaps just wants to be loved. His need to win, his resistance to admitting fault, and his obsession with loyalty all point to a fragile ego trying to hold its ground. Understanding this doesn't excuse his actions. but it adds a human layer to the character we often see as untouchable. It reminds us that even those who seem most powerful are still, at their core, searching for peace with themselves. Donald Trump is many things: a former president, a billionaire, a lightning rod for debate. But he is also a man shaped by loss, loneliness, legacy, and longing. When we look past the politics and the polarization, we find a human being with cracks, complexity, and contradiction. Whether you admire him or oppose him, there's value in understanding the man beneath the myth, because in the end, truth, not opinion, is what brings us closer to empathy.